So starting down at the belt line, trying to bring everything down towards the mat, then the belly button, going into the bottom of the rib cage, middle of the chest, into the upper shoulders, and then head comes up. And then you reverse it, starting again back at the belt line, trying to round that pelvis back, up towards the ceiling, belly button up towards the ceiling, bottom of the rib cage up towards the ceiling, middle of the chest up towards the ceiling, and finally up in that shoulder area, collarbone up towards the ceiling, and head comes down. Doing about 10 back and forth, slow and controlled. So from there, opening up the hips, keeping that back neutral, flat, trying to bring your hips back towards your heels without rounding the back. Go back as far as you feel comfortable, slowly stretch it out, and then come back out of there. Doing 10 repetitions. From there, transition into an inner groin stretch on the right side or the extended side. Bringing it down, you can open up that foot towards the ceiling to find the best position for your stretch. Find that position, hold for a minute. Once you've held for a minute, you're gonna gently push that leg down into the ground for 20 seconds. Not too much force, nice and easy, 20 seconds. Then you switch sides. So from there, you're gonna transition into a hamstring stretch. Again, keeping that back straight, bringing your body forward, hips back, back stays straight until you feel stretching the extended leg hamstring. Hold for a minute. After a minute hold, you're gonna push down gently into the ground for 20 seconds, keeping that knee unlocked. Then you switch sides. From there, you transition into a hip flexor or upper quad stretch on the right side, so everything's in the same leg so far. You're gonna bring those hips forward, keeping your back straight, do not arch your back, squeezing your butt muscles, keeping your abdominals engaged until you feel stretch in the hip flexor area. Hold for a minute. After a minute hold, you're gonna try to drive that bottom leg or back leg down, forward towards the ground. It's 20 seconds trying to drive that knee forward, gentle force. You should feel the muscle engaging. Light force, then you switch sides. From there, you go into a push-up position, downward dog, trying to drop that heel down towards the ground. Feel that stretch in the calf muscles. First with the knee straight, then with the knee bent. Keeping that heel down. Again, minute hold for each of them before you switch sides. From there, you go into a 90-90 position, focusing on the front leg. The goal is to keep that back straight. That right leg is 90 degrees bent at the knee, and then you're gonna start hinging forward, keeping your back straight until you feel stretch in the back of the right hip / glute area, side of the hip, and you're gonna hold there for a minute. Then, once you've held for a minute, you're gonna start pushing that front leg gently into the ground for 20 seconds. Then you switch sides. Finally, you're on your back, knees bent, back supported. You're gonna do some slow, controlled diaphragmatic breathing so that belly goes up when you take a nice deep breath in, rib cage goes out to the side, and then everything comes back down. Slow, controlled breathing for 1 minute. Deep breath in, belly expands, exhale, rib cage down. So for the girls who can't kneel because of knee pain, we have some modifications. This is for the hamstring. You just bring the leg up until you feel a good stretch in the hamstring. Try to keep that low back flat. You're gonna hold for a minute. After you've held for a minute, you're gonna try to push your leg straight down towards the ground. Hold strong with your arms for 20 seconds. Nice and gentle for 20 seconds, and then you switch sides. Again, the modification for the girls who can't kneel, stretching out the quads and the hip flexors. You're keeping that bottom leg bent up towards your chest. You're bringing that leg back until you feel stretch in the quad. You're holding for a minute, and then you're gently gonna push that foot into your hand, hold strong for 20 seconds. Gentle pushes, and then you switch sides. So another modification for the girls that can't get into that kneeling position for the inner thigh or adductor stretch. You're gonna come up a little bit, use your hands to support your body so it's not such a deep squat. And again, you're gonna hold that position, stretching the left inner groin or inner adductors for a minute. And then once you've had a minute, you're gently gonna push that leg into the ground, the left leg in this video. For 20 seconds, then you switch sides. And final modification for, again, the girls that are struggling with the kneeling because of knee pain, you're gonna do spinal range of motion standing so you don't have to kneel. You're bringing that chest down, chin down. You're gonna rotate to one side, keeping your hips stationary, and then you're going to come up and around, all the way around to the back, slow and controlled, trying to make sure you move your spine through all pain-free ranges of motion. And then you're coming all the way around. Keep those hips stationary. Try not to arch your back. And then you're coming all the way around. And you're going 5 in one direction, then you reverse and go 5 in the other direction. Slow and controlled. Trying to get that spine to use all the different ranges of motion that are going to get tight after a game or practice.